Hello, it's Wendy at Summer Bay Studio. Today I've got a really exciting announcement. I've just created a whole new paper line and I'm so excited about it. So I want to show it to you and then I'm going to use the pieces to create a page layout in this little softcover book. I'm calling this Music and Roses. And so it includes 5 different sheets of paper and it's got this beautiful, I call this one Full Bloom, journal cards that you can use for pockets or cards for writing on. Ephemera, that's all mostly old roses. These look like old-fashioned roses. So 2 different sheets of those for just cutting out. And then the background that I made with vintage French writing and music, which I printed on paper and on vellum for this project. So let's get started on it. Now to begin with, I'm going to be using the Full Bloom sheet, and I found a page in here that will suit it perfectly. And that's this one. It's a smaller page on this side, and this one has a full page of blossoms, so I think it goes well. And the first thing I want to do, of course, is to cut off those edges and get them out of the way. All these little strips. I'm going to do the other direction in a minute because I need to measure the book first. So what I want to do here is I need to take, if I take that one off, I need to come in about 1/4 of an inch. That's just so that it's a little bit inside the page that's there, because I don't want it going over, and it's okay that it's kind of inside it. So we'll just get rid of that, and then take this one down just inside this line, and I think it'll work well if I could keep it straight. Let's have a look at this. I think these are so pretty. So will it fit inside here? Yes, it will. That's just about perfect. And then I need to make a mark here, which I'll use the pencil for. And I don't want to take it quite to the edge, because sometimes when if it's right in the crease, then it kind of folds up and it doesn't lie flat. So we'll just cut this one right where my mark is. And I've got lots left over. Okay, let's just move this out of the way. I told my husband yesterday that one of these days I want to have a great big craft room so that I can paint and I can sew and I can do journals and I can have room for everything. And he said, very non-committally, that would be nice, wouldn't it? So I'm not seeing one in my very near future, but you never know. I'm not going to discount the possibility. So I bought new glue sticks, and oh boy, this is a stiff one. Because some of my others, if you've watched a couple of my other videos, you remember that they really didn't stick very well. And I want to take this right to the edge, going in both directions, kind of get it all over the place so the whole page sticks down really well. Just run it along the bottom there on this side. And this paper can go either direction, obviously, but I'm going to put it this way because it seems like the roses on this side there's probably a little bit more in the foreground that are pointing up. Just take that right as close to the edge as I can. There we go. Nice, lovely. I love it. And I always like to give it a good press down with this too. especially around the edges. Also, I mean, you can use your fingers as well. That's what fingers work well for. This corner is not quite stuck. This glue stick came in a set, and with big ones and little ones. It's easy to lift up still, so I'm going to just make sure it's good and stuck there. Okay, that's a good start. Now, what I want to do with this one is I'm going to keep this page fairly simple, and I've got this paper doily, and I think it sort of goes together. Everything is so pretty and so feminine that I thought, well, let's use them. So I'm just folding this one in half, and I'm just going to place it along here, excuse me, so that it can be, I'm going to decorate that, but then it can actually be opened and you can write on the inside if you want to. So I won't be putting glue all over the whole thing, but it'll be enough to really stick down well. So I'm just going around this inner circle part. And I hope that the glue stick is enough. If it's not, I'll use a different kind of glue. And I'm just putting this evenly right along, even top and bottom, and right along this edge of where the colored paper is. I'm pressing that down. So we'll see if that will stick like it's supposed to. I hope so. And before I go any farther or any further, you know there's a difference between farther and further. Farther is distance, so you can remember that because it's far. And further means you'd use it like further to or furthermore. And I, like probably everybody else, get that mixed up sometimes. I like that one because of the shape. Okay, so those are discards. I think I'll use these later. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I like that one. So I'm going to put those back over there, and and before I glue this, I want to do the edges, but I'm not going to use this Distress Oxide in brown. I'm going to use this ink pad, which is called Brick Red, and is actually, to me, looks a little bit more cherry red. And these are cut out, by the way. I cut them with my CRICUT machine, which reduces the size a little bit. So the actual size, I'll just show you. Which one is this? The actual size is just slightly larger, just to give you an idea. And when it comes to cutting, I did put a bit of an edge around it, and I did that so that the CRICUT machine can cut it out more easily. But if you download it, you won't see that edge at all, and you can, if you're not using a cutting machine, you can just cut that off. So it's easy to just, if you're a really fussy cutter and you want to cut right to the color, that's just fine, and it's certainly easy to do. I do like to do that sometimes, and other times I actually cut this little white edge because it gives it almost a little kind of a border, and lets it stand out from the background. So I'm trying to not get distracted and try to just do this kind of distressing a little bit faster. I found when I edit my videos, it's like, man, I do that slowly. See what a difference that makes? I think it's really nice. Okay, let me see. I'll do the big one, I guess. And again, with leaves and little bits and things like this, you want to go right over the edges. so that nothing sticks up that isn't supposed to stick up, and that it is really sealed down well, because if it catches, then it can tear, and you don't want that. So that goes right there. That corner is up a little bit, but I didn't glue that, so that's okay. I may have to go back in with a little bit of glue and put those corners down. I didn't put the glue right to the end. So let's see, this will work right like that. So, isn't that pretty? I love it. Now for this side, I'm going to use this paper, which is printed from the masterboard I did in a different video. So I'll put the link for that just up here, and you can look it up if you like. But this one I'm going to cut down to size, and let me see, where do I want it actually? What image do I want on it? I think what I'm going to do, there was a little skip in the printing here, so I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut that off, and then to cut it to fit, I'm going to cut it. Oh, let me see. Yeah, I'll cut it right about there. So that will only take me a second. So how is everyone today? I've had a very busy morning, and but it's been good, because I designed these new products. I've been working on them, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get in gear here and finish them off. I'm going to do this the other way. It's a little bit easier. So I could finish them off and have them ready to go along with the video, which I'm quite excited about. My vellum caught in my printer, which was making an awful noise. And I thought, no, don't tear anything, don't wreck the printer. It's been having trouble keeping its heads clean as it is. Now, I didn't go quite where that goes, so let me just see if it'll work. I cut it a little bit too long. Nope, it'll work. Okay, now my other line is going to be right there. So let's just get that one done. And now I can erase this little pencil mark. Not that it's likely to show, but might as well get rid of it. Now this one will fit right along this page. I had to stop and change the battery on my camera. Okay, for this one, I don't think I'll put glue all over the place. I think I'll just put it around the edges, but right over the edge so that it sticks. I like the idea of having it sort of like a window. It's not a window to anything, and I did consider that. I thought, well, maybe I should put a rose underneath or something, but I didn't. And this is vellum, which I think I've mentioned before. The moment it gets any kind of dampness on it, it curls up like a shrimp. And I'm really not sure if it's going to stick at all the way it's acting right now, so I'm going to give it no choice by using a bit of the tacky glue. I'm just going to run it along here. It seems to be sticking down in some places, but not others, so that's not acceptable. We need it to stick everywhere. I'm just pushing the glue out towards the edge a little bit because, like I said, it wants to curl like crazy. And it'll keep trying to. Until it's completely dry, I would say. See what I mean? It's a troublesome kind of paper. So I'm going to have to just keep working at it to keep it down there. In fact, I'm going to use a couple of clips just to encourage it to stay where it's supposed to. Although it's actually doing okay now. I don't think I need that after all. There. Yeah, I'm glad I left that soft like that. That's really nice. Now, what I want to do on this page is use one of these and make a pocket, and then I'm going to make a little notebook to go in it. So first I need to cut these and choose one. So I'll just take the paper off, the white paper. I'm going to move my little flowers there. I love having the flowers here just so it kind of decorates my tabletop. So we've had cold mornings, and now it's starting to get nice in the afternoon, but it's been a kind of a cold spring and things have been quite late. So it's actually May now, as you know, and there are things that are usually in bloom in March that are in bloom now. So my husband, the weather watcher, keeps track of all that and says, well, it's not that cold. You can go by the heating bills and all that kind of thing. I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't care about the heating bills. What I care about is I'm chilly. And I get up in the morning and it's only plus 10 Celsius, which to me is more of a winter temperature than a spring one. However, it's getting nicer all the time, and things are progressing nicely COVID-wise, I guess, meaning that more and more people are getting vaccinated, which means the sooner that happens and the pandemic slows down, then things will open up again, and we can go out and eat, and we can travel. And so last year, which was a big anniversary for my husband and I, we had planned to take an exotic vacation, something really nice, you know, to celebrate a big anniversary. And we ended up going to the Dairy Queen instead, which is lovely, but I mean, you gotta love a hot fudge sundae, but it's not the same as going to Greece. So it's just, you know, how it is. Okay, which one of these do I want? I love the music in this. Okay, there's that one. That one. I like how this has the flowers kind of going this way because yeah, I do like that one. Excuse me. Oh, sniffy nose. That's pretty too. Let me see. It's between this one and this one. I think I like this one with just the paler flowers in it. And I need to cut this a little bit more because I left a little edge on it. I left the black on it on 3 sides and cut it off on the 4th, so, or didn't cut it off on the 4th, so I'm just going to take that little edge off. There. That was easy. Don't you love it when things are easy? Okay, now I'm going to do the same distressing on this with the pink. Now you could certainly do something different, like a gray or black. That would look nice too. Even the brown, because this music is a little bit on the brown side. This is black because I actually turned it into black when I created that piece, because I wanted a real black and white look, not a brown and white look. And there's that. And so, and the music is going this way. I can tell because, well, I can read music actually, but also because the writing. And I think I'm going to use this glue again because I want a nice thin line. Make sure I've got it not upside down. Yep, okay. It always pays to double check because, I mean, there's such a thing as happy accidents and other ones that are just not that happy. Here's my lid. And then this is going to go just a little bit to the outside of the page. See, this was a little bit wider. So there's that. Now, what I'm going to do next is I want to create a little booklet that can go right in this pocket. And I found these papers. I bought a little pack of papers at a dollar store one day, and they've come in so handy. And I'm going to make it out of this. And what I want to do is I'm going to fold this over. I had to measure it first, but I'm just going to fold it over the edge like that. So this becomes the front cover. And they're going to just sit in here like this, evenly. Like that, and then I'm going to staple it rather than sew it, because stapling is, number one, it's faster, but it's also it's kind of easier. I love, come on, what are you doing? I love the sewn look, and sometimes I've done that, but today I'm just going to do this. There. And I'm going to camouflage those, not to worry. I was in a thrift store the other day and I bought this little bag of ribbons and things for $2. No, $3. It was marked at $6 and I got it for half that. I just got to grab my scissors. I'm back. I thought it was a Ziploc bag, but it's not. But I thought, look at all these goodies in here. I thought this was a really good buy. And then, so this is really pretty. I love this satiny cord. It's all satin ribbons in creamy colors. And a sparkly one. And then this little pack, which is also got lots of really gorgeous stuff, cord and trim, and yeah, so I'm going to use, I'm not going to obviously use it all, I'll just put it over here for now. And some other things I wanted to add. Okay. I think that will work, but I want to put a little strip of paper as well. Let's see. Should I do just a little piece of that? I don't think so, because what I want to do is put a flower on it. So I'm going to do that first. However, I'm going to do these things in order. You got to get all mixed up. So I want rounded corners on this. Oh, and it's this, I've got to get a new one of those because this one isn't sharp. It shows me where to cut, but it doesn't actually cut. And this paper is, I think it's actually cloth. It's probably cotton paper or something, which might be why it doesn't cut very well. Oh, look, it's not cutting this either. It'll cut the first ones, but not the second ones. There. It's a bit wimpy, let's just say that. It's a bit on the wimpy side. Okay, I want to put something really showy like that on it. I think I like this one for now. Or it needs something fairly big, I would say. But before I do that, I want to do something else. I love layering things, and I've got this music note. What's this? I've got this music note stamp, which I want to put in here just in kind of a sketchy way. I'm trying to figure out which way the music goes. Put a little bit of decor on that. And then we'll add this. But of course, everything needs to have the edges done. I'll even do this, so except, you know, I might end up covering it up. Probably will, because that's kind of what my plan is. And but we'll do the edges anyway. And this paper does act like cotton. I'm pretty sure it's got some fiber in it that's not just wood fiber. So there's that one. And this is just an ordinary stamp pad. It's not a distress ink pad. I have ordered some, and I got an email this morning saying they shipped this morning. I just ordered it, I think, last night. So it must be in a different time zone from me, because I got the email really early. I'm like, wow, you guys are on the ball this morning. But hey, if it's 3 hours ahead of where I am on the West Coast, of course it's going to be, somebody's going to be up and working before I am. So let's just do some of that. And then we'll pop this in here. Where's my paper? I need to go find my scissors. I've been cutting out ephemera, and I've got a plan in mind, which I'm really excited about, which is going to require a lot of bits and pieces. So, and I've got a new series of pieces coming in my shop fairly soon, as I get a chance to scan them and do some Photoshop on them and get them ready. There, I like it, I like it. Now, what to put along the top? I kind of want a pink ribbon, and I'm sure I probably have one. That will work nicely, won't it? Yes. Okay, and I don't have fabric glue. I did, but it turned out not to be very good. So I'm not even going to try it. I almost went to the fabric store the other day to buy a bottle of fabric glue, and then I thought, you know what? I have too many other things to do, too many stops to make and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to use the tacky glue, and it it might show a little bit, like be a bit lumpy, but it's all I have at the moment, and don't judge me because I'm doing my best here. Okay, the other thing I could have done was use washi tape and cover it up, which would be nice as well because there's so many gorgeous washi tapes. My daughter gave me a stack of them here a few months ago, and I was like, whoa, look at these things. They're so pretty. She ordered I don't know, a bag full or something. She said, oh, do you want some? I'm like, yes. You need to ask. Okay, so there's our little booklet. It doesn't have a back cover. I actually considered attaching it to the top here. And then I thought, well, I kind of like having a pocket and a little book in it so that you've got a place to journal. So there's that one. Now I wanted to put something up in here just so it all kind of works together. And I think I better put this in so that I can see what it looks like together. I'll get all my roses, and there are actually, I think, some peonies in here. That one looks a bit more like a peony. That one is a little bit too big, I think. That one is nice. And I really like this dark one. Wow, yeah, that one's really striking. This one is great for the leaves. Wow. It's lovely to just try them. And this is the front runner because of the color of it and the green. There's lots of, a little bit more drama there. Drama, as we know, is not always a bad thing. So, oh, these lights, I get so hot under these lights. I guess I could add that too. No, I think it's too much. Too much. Let's see. Let's do the edges on this. So I've been watching some videos. I ordered some videos from the library because we're trying to plan a trip for when we can actually go somewhere. So, you know, I'll say to my husband, should we go here? And he goes, oh, that would be great. And then I'll mention somewhere else, like, should we go back to the south of France? Oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, let's do that. And then if I say the next day, well, what about we go to the south of England and like Cornwall and whatever, and maybe go visit some of your family, because my husband was actually born in England. He grew up in Canada, but his family emigrated after the war when he was like 11 months old. So I'm going to try and put a little bit of this in here too, just to make it work. I like it. Anyway, he'll say, yeah, I love that. And then we'll watch something about the Caribbean. It's like, oh, let's go there. And I say, well, what about, maybe we should just go to Hawaii. And he goes, yeah, I'd love to go to Hawaii. And I'm like, okay, either we're going to be on the road a lot or we got to pick. So I'm quite in favor of being on the road a lot. Not a problem for me. But sometimes you have to stay home and work. And, you know, unfortunately, it's not always a holiday. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I get videos from the library or find YouTube videos or Netflix shows or whatever for locations that are appealing. And so we can kind of choose when the time comes. We can go, okay, well, we've looked at all these things and now we're going to just choose one. How did I miss that whole petal? Or is it just not sticking to the vellum? This vellum, I love the look of it, but it is a bit of a stinker when it comes to sticking stuff. Okay, so here we are. This is I think this is about all it needs. This is just that page before, but here we've got a journaling space here. Maybe I should put a rose in the middle here or inside. Maybe not. So you can open this up, write your journal entries or whatever you want there. And then on this one, you've got a little notebook here, just a few pages. I thought of making it fatter, and I thought, no, I don't think so. This one is not sticking too well with this cotton. I think it's cotton paper, which seems kind of strange, but it's not if you are an artist, because some of the best watercolor paper is made of cotton. Got sticky fingers now. So these pages this is all done except for the doily with the new Music and Roses paper kit, which is at my website at summerbaystudio.com. And I think they make a really gorgeous layout. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you give this a try, and do at least take a look at the kit on my website. That would be nice, and the price is very reasonable. And I'll see you next time.